Hey guys, welcome back to Gore Next Door with Vincent Jallo.
And Lola Craves.
What's going on?
Nothing. Nice shirt.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're wearing a Terrifier shirt too?
I am.
Nice.
Oddly enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Shout out to Fright Rags.
Yeah, for sure. Where did I get this one? I think this was Terror Threads, this one.
Ah.
Yeah, I believe. But anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, without further ado, let's get down to it. So,
all right.
This week on Tubi, let's just see, maybe not this week, these are pretty recent anyways. I'm just kind of looking through the list here. I'm just going to rattle these off. Have you seen them? No One Lives with Luke Evans.
Seen it?
Good?
Don't remember?
Mm-hmm. Eden Lake.
I was all right.
Was it? That's being generous, I think. People love this movie.
I know they do.
I don't know.
I feel like people love this movie so much and it wasn't that memorable to me. So I
100% agree.
It isn't, but I don't know.
I 100% agree.
I feel like I need to rewatch it just because people love it so much.
What about Funny Games? Did you ever watch that one? Teresa Palmer, who I'm a big fan of, and some other people.
Doesn't sound familiar.
It's kind of, it's not similar to this, but it's like a British thing too. And it's just, I'm just like people, it's so amazing. It's just so, whatever. And I'm like, no. I don't know. Who's coming up with this stuff?
I don't know. It's a great thing about horror is that everybody has different taste.
It kind of reminds me of this, though. It's not really the same story, but kind of takes place in the countryside. And I don't know.
Okay.
Whatever.
Gotcha.
Succubus,
I added to my list when it came on, but I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, wait a minute. No, I thought I had this in my list now that I'm reading it. Yeah, it is. It's already in my list.
Oh, you added it to your list as well?
Yep.
All right.
Last House on the Left, original?
Seen it.
It's great.
It was, yeah.
Wes Craven's first non-porn flick.
Wes Craven did porn?
Yeah. Yeah, not acting, just directing.
Okay.
David Hess, yeah. Pardon me, but that guy's freaking creepy, like just in this movie.
Who is David Hess?
Yeah. Oh, he's creepy and everything, but
yeah.
But this movie's a little dirty. I like it. I think it's a little overrated.
Oh, you like dirty movies.
I do, but I'd rather watch I Spit on Your Grave, I think.
No.
Than this. I don't know. This one's kind of,
I don't know. All those movies are pretty, what's the word I'm looking for?
Grim?
Kind of grim. A little depraved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last House on a Dead End Street. Have you seen that?
No.
That is even more depraved.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's the title. There's another one that's similar. I think that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this is like bleak, dude.
Yeah, bleak. Bleak's a good word.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind movies like that, but sometimes it's just like, holy shit.
It's the same kind of vibe as this, but it's just somehow I was kind of repulsed by it, which is hard to do.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I don't know. But this, Contracted?
Contracted was really good. I quite liked it.
Yeah, you were just telling me about that.
Yeah.
I think I got that added.
I've seen it a couple times, and it's got some pretty interesting scenes in it.
Yeah?
Yep. Worth a watch, for sure.
Excellent.
Yep.
Class of Nuka Hype 2, Volume 2. I don't know if I remember that.
I see the first one. I don't know if I've seen that one.
What about Wolf Creek, though?
That's another kind of a depraved one, right? Like, I liked it, but, that guy definitely gave me the ick.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, the whole, rapey torture scenes were a little uncomfortable for me in that one.
Yeah. You see the sequel?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing. You didn't like it?
No.
I really like this movie.
That's all right. No, I really liked it. I thought it was really good.
We got to watch the TV series, my kid and I. She watched this movie, but we won't.
I watched the TV series.
You told me you don't like it.
Didn't like it.
I thought it was really, really, really great.
Really?
Both seasons, yeah.
Huh. I couldn't even get through the first season.
Yeah.
Did I get through the first season? I know. I was bored.
Well, you must have been. It was only, I think, 6 episodes, so it's been a really rough watch for you.
Yeah, I wasn't interested in it.
Yeah.
But, Wolf Creek I really like. And I like the, callbacks to a little bit of the true crime stuff in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
What is this? Well, I checked that out, I think. No, maybe I didn't. Let's go for Deadly Tomcats. I had this on the list. But let's see, what else we got?
Never heard of that.
Anyway, that's probably all we need to really chat about on there. But I'll have to come back and go through some of these. There's like a new Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bolorama.
I did not understand a word you just said there.
Sorority Babes in the Slimeball Bolorama from like maybe 88, 86. Linnea Quigley, Michelle Bauer, some other chicks, a couple of dudes. Kelly Maroney. Oh, Kelly Maroney's in this? oh, shoot, I might have to watch this. Oh, and Bring Stevens, of course. And it was directed by Bring Stevens, but this is like literally 30 years later, they've made a sequel.
Oh.
Sort of thing. You never saw the original.
No, I have no idea what you're talking
There's
about.
like this imp. It comes out of like a vase at this bowling alley, and it kind of starts like to kind of terrorize them.
A vase?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like I have a trophy, sorry, a bowling trophy. And
like a genie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's what they call him in this show, though. But yeah. Good one. I haven't seen the sequel. I don't know if I should, or probably a waste of time, but The Seed. Did you see The Seed?
I feel like I did, but I don't remember it at all.
I was really thinking this would be great. And then, I don't know, it kind of just was a little disappointing. But anyway, it looks like there's some new cool stuff on there to watch. Which I'm kind of looking forward to checking out, especially that Succubus and a few other ones. So
yeah.
But
yeah. There's a couple I saw that that I'm interested on different platforms as well that came up. Prime has a black and white version of Hush. Mike Flanagan's Hush.
Yeah.
I think that might be pretty cool.
That's actually a great idea.
I didn't know they made or released a black and white version, but I think that might be pretty cool.
Nice.
And Shudder has just released 2 out of the 3 The Vengeance trilogy.
Okay.
So I don't know if you've heard of The Vengeance trilogy.
I have.
Park Chan-wook. Old Boy is the one that's not on Shudder that I know of.
Like Old Boy.
Old Boy's really good. The other 2 are Lady Vengeance and Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance.
Okay.
All 3 are bangers. They're so good.
Really?
Yeah. They're like 7 or 8 out of 10 for me. For sure. Both, like all 3 of them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Highly recommend. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I have on my list of things that are that intrigue me that dropped this week on platforms. I did watch something this week. Wolfman.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So did you like it?
Not really. You?
Not really.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was kind of boring. I expected a lot more out of it.
How does something like that? And then if you enjoy the movie, by all means, no problem. But we didn't like it. So how does that get like greenlit? Who watches this? The final cut of it, the script, and goes, "This is amazing! Like, we need to get this on film because this is something special." There's been a million Wolfman movies, but this one is the end all be all Wolfman movie.
It was definitely different than any other Wolfman movie.
It was
extremely different than any other Wolfman movie,
but boring, like you said.
Yeah, nothing really happened. Didn't really like the special effects of the Wolfman. Like, I didn't.
Weren't you waiting for like a transformation scene?
Yes.
Like I was going to say, we were both thinking the same thing.
Yes. And I thought
the fingernail fell off. I'm like, ooh, that's it.
I know. I thought it was going to be good. I thought it was going to be like, do you remember Hemlock Grove?
No. The TV show?
Yeah, it's a TV show.
Yeah, I know.
One of the best werewolf transformations ever. Because the thing comes out of, like, the whole skin splits and it comes out of the person. And then he like eats his own eyeball and stuff like that, and he eats his own flesh, and it's super cool.
It doesn't happen here.
Eli Roth.
Yeah,
he knows how to transform werewolves.
Yeah, this was rough.
Lee Winnell, maybe not.
It just like the first half was like almost like a slow burn thing too. Like you're like, what's the purpose of this?
Yeah.
And then finally, I'm like, well, we're gonna see him transform, and nothing really happens.
I know.
And he's like, I don't know, but it wasn't even like I don't know. It was just.
It feels like they only half transformed. Too, which was kind of disappointing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, no, it is. But also, like, what was the story there? Like, him and, like, his family.
Him and his family.
Like, I get it, but it was just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, a different perspective. Definitely.
What was cool, I guess, was the one part where, like, where they would show from his perspective what he sees or what he's hearing, and he can't understand them.
Yeah.
As he's turned into a world, he can't understand his family talking to him.
Yeah, that was interesting.
And it kind of reverts back to them trying to understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
And the colors.
I like the fact that they had him colorblind.
Yeah.
And so when it was flipped to his perspective, everything was like colorblind stuff, and then flipped back to the family's perspective, and it was normal. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. That was a great take on it.
Yeah, it was a few interesting things, but it was definitely not very exciting.
Yeah, no, I was kind of disappointed.
Like I don't think I've seen it. Like I've watched stuff that's like ridiculous and terrible, but like it's that going in, but like I was like, this is like I feel like I wasted like an hour and a half, really. Like really. Yeah, I expected a lot more, especially after Invisible Man. Yeah. I thought that Lee Winnell with a bigger budget, would be, I don't know, would do something a little bit more with it. But I mean, who knows, right? I don't know. Like Blumhouse is touch and go anyway. Yeah, I would agree. You never know. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan necessarily of a lot of their flicks. Yeah. There's a lot that are not great. Yes. There's a lot that are just,
that are kind of like they just make them for the sake of making them. But there's some really good ones, I think, on the list.
Yeah.
On Blumhouse. Yeah.
You want to let us know what that is?
Get Out. It's one of them. You didn't like?
Not really.
Oh. Megan.
Megan was good.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see the sequel. Actually, I like that.
Yeah. I like it. Hush.
Okay.
We've talked about it before.
Yeah.
That was good. Invisible Man.
Yes,
You-
I don't have it. No,
You haven't seen it?
no.
It's really, really good. What else is there? Freaky. Did you watch that?
No, but I watched Totally Killer.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
Totally Killer he was just all right.
Yeah.
I
didn't
didn't
mind
find it. I like the 80s vibe, but I just yeah. Did you watch Soft and Quiet?
No, I don't think so.
It wasn't great. I didn't really like it.
Freaky? No, I didn't see that. I don't think.
Remake of Speak No Evil.
Yeah. I mean, that was well done. I like the original. I mean, I feel like it was it was like Gus Van Sant redoing Psycho. It was like shot for shot, pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
For what? Like the movie, people can't read subtitles, so they have to remake this stuff.
I know. Ridiculous.
I don't get that, but I mean, it was good.
But like James McAvoy did really a job.
Yeah, no,
I
it was
quite
good.
liked
It was. What do they rate that?
83 on
Yeah,
Rotten Tomatoes.
I think that's
The original
good.
was better.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So what else? Black Phone. Did you see that one?
No, I never did.
Really?
Yeah, I really haven't. I will eventually. But.
Yeah, I liked it. Split. Thought that was really good. So I don't know. There's a bunch.
What do you think of the Halloween remake, like the newer versions?
It depends on which one we're talking about.
Halloween 2018.
I didn't mind that one.
Halloween Kills.
A little bit less.
Halloween Ends.
I was a little bit mad when I left that one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
anywho,
I don't know.
yeah. So Blumhouse is like touch and go. I didn't really mention any of the bad ones, but
Yeah.
like Nocturne and stuff like that, I didn't really like that. But
No, Blum's okay. I mean, he was on Joe Bob, the last drive in there, like a couple seasons ago. Talking about stuff, and yeah, I mean, cool guy, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
I don't know.
No,
Like I'm glad he's
fair.
bringing horror back to the theaters and like for younger generations and
Yeah.
stuff. But I mean, the reason we're doing this is dig up some of the older stuff.
Yeah.
More older, modern stuff like you kind of bring to the table, and like 80s and 90s stuff, which
Yeah.
some of that stuff still stands the test of time.
Yeah.
It's just different era.
Yeah. It's interesting that you have movies that you love that are like the shot on video ones, but you think that Blumhouse lesser ones are total trash.
Why is that?
Why is that?
Yeah, what do you mean?
It's just interesting.
Like, what do you mean?
What makes the shot on video ones better than some of the
I've never said they're better,
crappier Blumhouse?
but I find them interesting to like.
More entertaining.
Yeah. For some of these stories are been like it's the same story over and over and over. But some of these old 80s and 90s slashers are stories that never get really remade. Like there's a different style and different stories and like straight up slashers. You just don't get movies like that.
No, I wasn't talking
Hardly
about
anymore.
slashers. I was talking about like shot on video kind of ones.
Well, shot on video, that's just a whole different thing. This is like somebody who has no budget
Yeah.
going out and like putting blood, sweat, and tears into making something with no money whatsoever.
No, I definitely
And quite
appreciate
often
that.
it ends up being ridiculous.
Yeah.
But there's no CGI. It's all like practical effects and stuff.
Yeah.
Where this stuff,
I appreciate that.
but it's not just so much about that, like a big budget. Some of those movies, I'm just like, I mean, I don't know. They're just two different things. So
Yeah, fair enough.
I can't even compare them.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah. Interesting.
mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So, shall we delve into
Sure,
the Crypt?
let's do it.
Okay. So we did something a little bit different for the Crypt this week. Do you want to?
French extreme horror.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can rattle off.
So I had never really watched very much French extreme horror. I keep hearing all about it, and I keep, the stuff has been on my list for a long time. I just never seem to get around to watching it.
Yeah,
So you have introduced me to a couple of the top ones.
I'd say they're mandatory viewing if you're going to try to find some French extreme horror stuff.
Yeah.
These are the ones that kind of started the genre, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So the first one that we watched was High Tension
Right.
from 2013.
2003.
2003.
Yes.
I know there was 2s and 3s in there somewhere.
It's all right.
Yeah. And so it was directed by.
Alexander Aja.
Okay.
His first feature.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. And he went on to do, like Crawl and all these other movies later on here.
Yes. Hills Have Eyes.
Yes, Hills Have Eyes remake. That
Horns.
is amazing. I
Horns
love
was
it.
good.
Horns, yeah.
Horns was good. I liked it. P2.
P2, he was like the executive producer or something, wasn't he, on that?
I think he directed it.
Okay.
I think so. And he directed the remake of Maniac.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood.
I think did he direct that too? Or was he?
I think so.
Okay.
Am I wrong?
No, I mean, we'll double check it. I thought he had something to do with him though, yeah.
Oh, well, I
thought
I looked him up on IMDb.
All good stuff for sure.
Yeah.
So I've always liked this guy, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like those movies that we just talked about, like all of them were pretty good.
Yeah.
I like them.
Mm-hmm.
So this one was starring Cécile de France.
Okay.
That's my French accent.
Well done.
Yeah, not really. And my Wen.
Sure.
Don't know who that is. Yeah. So synopsis of it basically is there's a couple of best friends and they decide to go spend the weekend at one of the friends' family's remote, secluded farmhouse in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
And they end up being stalked by some crazy madman who wants to annihilate the whole family.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Straightforward slasher sounding kind of thing. But
yeah, there
really.
was some slashing.
Yeah.
Some
like
squishing.
the way it starts out, you're kind of expecting that, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's your take on it?
I've always liked this movie.
Yeah.
Like when I first saw it, that's what I was like, wow, this is like a total new experience for me.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I just really enjoyed it. You got to watch it with subtitles. You don't have to. People want to watch a dub, but I wouldn't recommend that. But
yeah, I wouldn't recommend it either.
But just a good all-around flick. I like the kills in this thing. I like the gore in it.
That's some interesting kills.
Yeah.
Definitely.
A lot of blood, not as much as the other one we're going to talk about later. But,
yeah, not even remotely.
I mean, but just a different sort of story. So when I saw this, I won't give away the ending. Like when I watched it, I was like, once you kind of see where the ending is going or what happens, I'm like, oh man, like I love this movie right up to the ending. Because I was thinking it was something else that was going on. And I was disappointed that it didn't continue down that road.
Mm-hmm.
And then I watched it again. And then, so I've kind of go back and forth, but I'm at the point now where I still think the ending is fantastic because you don't see it coming.
I didn't see it coming and I really liked it.
Yeah.
So
really unique thing, the way they show it and just the way it goes. But I like some of the kills, like that guy getting his head sheared off and stuff and that banister. But I mean, that's
pretty cool.
Brutal violence. I love it. And just a cool story. I mean, I've always liked it. I've seen it numerous times now, and it never gets old. It's a top quality flick. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree.
And there's a couple other ones around that time, maybe that kind of came out too, but that was kind of like the main one around that time.
I think it was probably the first one I ever added to my list of things that I wanted to watch, like the French extreme horror.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you got to check it out. Yeah,
I kind of thought it would be more extreme than what it was for some reason. Since there's a whole genre of French extreme horror. So I was kind of expecting a little bit more, I don't know, gore or terror or something. Yeah. I don't really know. Yeah. What I was expecting, but I still really enjoyed it. Like it's definitely like it's got like really great thriller vibes. Yes. Stuff's going on. Like it's very action packed.
Yeah, it's just good. I would agree.
Good kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I was just like expecting a little bit more.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's extreme
Stuff out of it.
But it just fits in with that whole genre around that time. But yeah. Yeah.
And as we're talking about how it's not as gory as the other one, there's a scene where someone is attacked in a car, and it was a very, very bloody scene. And apparently that camera that they used for that shot was so saturated with fake blood that the next time they used it for like a different film, they went to like focus the thing and it started dripping blood.
No way, really? That's unbelievable.
That's one of the trivia rumors or whatever.
Oh, very cool. Very nice find there.
Thought that was kind of fun. Yeah. A little shocking maybe for somebody.
I suppose, yeah.
One thing I did find interesting about this movie is it was actually influenced by a Dean Koontz novel called Intensity.
Oh, okay.
I read that like, I don't even know how many years ago. Don't remember it, but looked up the write-up on that book and it seems pretty
Really?
pretty exactly like what this is about almost.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I was shocked.
Wow.
I didn't know that he had anything. Well, not that he had anything to do with it, but lots of things are inspired by lots of things.
Sure, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's
some cool trivia actually there. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Dean Koontz. So
what do you rate this?
This one I would rate 7 out of 10.
Nice.
It was very well done. I enjoyed it.
I would agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. 7 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I've got the Blu-ray here. Let's see.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, just all around good flick.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. No?
People being chased around and murdered. Tons of fun.
Yeah. It's a good one. So, yeah. Definitely a good one.
Fun for the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughter likes it.
Does she?
Oh, yeah. She likes it a lot.
That's good.
I think she likes the next one better.
Oh, does she?
I think so. It's one of her favorites, yeah.
I can understand that because I liked it better too.
Yeah.
Next one we watched was Inside from 2007.
Yeah.
Do you want to say the French name?
À l'intérieur. That's it.
There you go.
That's all it is.
Inside.
Mm-hmm.
Directed by people I don't know.
Alexandre Bustillo and Julian Maury. Love these guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else have they done?
They've done Livid, Among the Living, and I think they did the Leatherface from whatever that was, 2013, maybe something around there.
Okay.
Maybe a little after that. Not sure after that, but so I've always kind of checked other movies too, just because this movie is amazing. I love it. I really do. It's great story.
I really enjoyed this one. Mm-hmm. So it was starring Alison Parody, John Baptiste Taboulin,
sure,
maybe something like that.
Yeah,
Claude Lully, maybe something like that.
Uh-huh.
Pardon my lack of being able to speak French or decipher French names. And Dominique Frot.
Okay.
Synopsis of this one was basically a pregnant woman gets in this wicked car accident, right? Kills her spouse, and then ends up getting stalked, like, I don't know, 5 months later or something like that by some...
Do we want to give away what's happening? I guess we kind of have to because it's, yeah.
Stalked by some crazy person.
Yeah. Who, should we just give it away? I mean,
do you want to give it away?
I mean, I don't know. You wrote it down.
Give it away.
I mean, I don't know if it matters, does it? I mean, that is the premise of the movie.
Yeah,
but you didn't know going in what was happening.
I didn't. Well, I didn't know. I didn't read anything about it. So I
don't know if it's better just to leave it at that. But I guess it'd be hard to kind of explain the movie without talking about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. All right.
So.
Sure.
Okay. A psycho woman who wants to steal her baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From her womb.
Yeah. Because she's still pregnant.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
Great flick.
I really liked this one.
Oh, good.
Really liked this one. Like, it was lots going on. The gore was fantastic.
Yeah.
Lots of blood. Lots of kind of like messed up stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was right up my alley.
Nice.
Right up my alley. So good.
Yeah, it's up there for me.
Yeah.
Definitely. I like that it's pretty much self-contained in this house, and it's just this woman trying to get this woman's baby out of her, literally. We don't know exactly why. Mm-hmm. And there's just this battle ensues between her and this woman. Meanwhile, there's other characters that sort of show up, from police to like her mother, and things go totally awry there that you don't expect.
Yeah.
When her mom shows up and her teacher, her boss or whatever shows up.
Yeah, her boss, her editor.
Her editor. There's so many little twists, and it's all kind of woven together. Mm-hmm. I mean, you never know what's happening, what's going to happen.
Yeah, no, you don't.
No.
You don't.
No. I don't know what else to say about that. The gore is terrific.
The gore is really good. Really good.
Just the whole concept is crazy. And to know that this is actually happening in real life on occasion is absolutely insane.
Oh, it's horrifying.
But the ending of this too, like, I mean, whether we give it away or not, I don't know if it matters, but I mean, it's a brutal ending.
Oh, it's bleak as hell.
Like, that's what makes this movie even better. You're just like, oh my God, there's no happy ending in this.
I know. I really like it when they don't do happy endings.
And you're thinking that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You're like, this is going to end up. Well, she's making a weapon for like revenge, like in all these revenge flicks, and it's just no, man.
Yeah. Nope.
That woman gets that baby.
Yep.
And like we see it, and she just,
rips that baby right out of her.
Cuts her open and takes it, and she's rocking her to sleep on a freaking rocking chair.
Yeah. There's some of that stuff too. Like, I mean, I'm pretty good with gore and all that kind of thing, but there's like when she was cutting her open with the scissors, that sent a little shiver up my spine.
Okay, I was kind of checking to see if I wasn't sure how you were feeling about that, but
I was like, ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's something. I'm like,
good.
Fingertip stuff usually gets me.
Okay. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that because I know nothing really phases you, so that's awesome.
Yeah. It definitely gave me a little cringe there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a lot of cool stuff, and like her hiding out in the bathroom, and this chick's trying to get in there, and just a lot of like crazy panicked scenes, and people showing up there that are just and kind of get involved in this story too, and then they get kind of killed, but like it's wild.
Yeah
it's great.
It's definitely it's super intense. The whole thing is super intense. It's definitely like I mean it was definitely more extreme than the last one that was
like that's
extreme horror thing. This one's more extreme. That
was good.
On my alley. I liked it.
Nice.
I thought it was interesting they apparently shot it in chronological order.
Did they?
Yeah. Which I guess would make sense that it'd be easier to do it that way with how bloody she was and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It made sense that it was just going to be progressive. Like it'd probably be easier to film it that way. With
That's
the progression of how much stuff she has going on with her, for lack of a better way of putting it. Yeah. It was good. One thing I really liked, special effects were like really awesome, and they definitely had good attention to detail because there was one scene that we rewound a couple of times.
Yeah.
Dude gets his head blown off. And when he's getting his head blown off, the guy's like eyebrow raises.
Yeah, that was incredible. Good catch, but like definitely,
super subtle.
Like why go to that trouble?
Like exactly. Why go to that trouble? Like attention to detail. I thought that was a really great detail.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So rewind it if you've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
His one remaining eyebrow.
Yeah. Well, the other side of his face was blown right off.
Exactly.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like, huh?
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It was. There was a lot of great stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. I agree. I quite liked it. Yeah. So I highly recommend if you're gonna that's a good one to start with if you want to get hooked on this genre.
That's it.
I think that's a really good one to start with.
Yeah, pretty much. This is it. This is a Chinese Blu-ray of this. At the time when I got this, there was no available Blu-ray of this. Maybe just from France. But the thing with the French Blu-rays and DVDs, when you buy they're the only country where the subtitles are hard. Like the sub. Sorry, is it? What am I thinking? Like the sometimes I'll buy something. Sorry, with this it would be okay because it's already French flick. Yeah, I ended up buying this Chinese Blu-ray. But a lot of their stuff, when you buy a DVD, if you buy it and it's got the French subtitle track, it's always hard coded on there, so you cannot remove the subtitles.
Oh,
like if it was playing in English, but it was it had French subtitles, if you want to take them off, because sometimes stuff isn't available in North America, so you might want to go to a different country and pick up that release and then remove the subtitles. But they're always hard coded. Plus, they always have on the side the thing's always reversed, so it doesn't actually. It's backwards. You know what I'm saying? So when you line them up, you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly.
You've seen it at the Crypt.
You can see
yes.
No, rarely do movies make me give me that shiver up my spine.
I hate that.
Dislike.
Do I have any of those over there? No.
And the thought of that.
What's outrageous?
Sets me off.
And I'm do I set it upside down so that they look the same in the spine? So it's
why would they do that? Why would they do that?
It's French, man. That's just what it is.
I don't like it. Things have to be in order, and things have to be. Oh.
But some
OCD tendencies in me.
The reason I picked this up was because at the time there was no North American release of on Blu-ray. Of it on Blu-ray. I think there is now, finally, but the quality is pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah. It was good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like that one.
Yeah, nice.
I'm really glad they recommended that one.
Good. Well, we got a couple more we can talk about maybe next week, as if we watch Martyrs or something.
Oh, should we do part 2 or part 2?
We could do this one.
Next week. We could do French Extreme Horror part 2. Yeah. Martyrs. I've seen. I think the remake.
This movie's messed up.
But I really want to see that one.
Messed up.
What else is there?
Frontier. It's a Region B disc though, so I might have to bring a different player or just find another way to
Okay.
I think it might be on somewhere, but it was.
Yeah, we'll see if it's available.
But it was.
anywhere.
I think it wasn't subtitled. But yeah.
Ugh.
But it's kind of like a Chainsaw Massacre kind of thing.
Oh,
and a lot of these movies like going on, like High Tension was 03, but I think around 07 was Inside, you said, right? So
yeah,
around that time there was like these riots taking place in France. And so a lot of these movies are kind of centered around that. Like if you remember Inside, there was like one of those kids was like a rioter.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah.
That one of the cops showed up, but they had him in the back of the car. And they were talking about these riots. And the same with Frontiers when we watched that. Like it's...
Okay.
These guys are...
so it's not like out in the frontier times? Like it's not like an old westerny kind of a thing?
but it's like in a small town and they're escaping from like Paris or whatever to get out of this situation.
Okay.
And get out of Dodge or whatever, and then they end up at this farmhouse.
Okay.
Like
Always a farmhouse, right? Always a farmhouse.
Yeah. So these movies are kind of loosely, that's kind of where this genre was initiated or created, I think, because it was kind of like an outlet for people to demonstrate their...
Right.
To voice their frustration with what's going on by creating these horror films. Kind of like Serbian film was like that for like the director who was Serbian at the time, like what was going on in Serbia. That's kind of how that movie came about, I guess.
Okay.
Like it was like a voice. Oh. I mean, you wouldn't put two and two together when you were watching that movie.
I mean, was there like a snuff film kinky porn uprising in Serbia that we don't know about?
What I'm saying? But this is like what the director says, right? So, I mean, who
like
knows?
A pedophile ring, depraved.
Yeah, so.
Depraved porn. Yeah, anyways.
So anyway, okay, is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Okay, so great movie on that one for sure. So let's just quickly, we'll talk about the new releases are coming out.
Oh.
June 3rd, Blu-ray. Mm-hmm. There's only 2. Horror. I mean, we don't care about the other stuff.
Yeah, unless it's thriller. But.
We'll just say Monkey Shines.
Okay.
1988, 4K. Not great.
I don't remember it. I'm sure I've seen it.
I don't remember it a ton either.
But I don't remember.
All right. Well, we'll move on.
Mm-hmm.
And then When Evil Lurks from 2023.
What do I know that one? Why do I know that one?
That was on Shudder. It's like the picture of this guy with like a hatchet and it's this red cover and he's like, and it's like this demonic goat. And it's
was it the one where he's like...
Yeah, that woman does that.
Okay. Yeah. That was good.
Oh.
Oh, you don't like it?
For a while, I didn't watch it because I was kept reading that there's like these animal deaths in there. And I was like trying to research if it was real or not because like this movie's crazy. I'm like, is it real? And it wasn't.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, who cares then? If it's not real, like, why is everybody complaining that a goat gets murdered and a dog and everything else?
Well, because I mean, were they complaining about something like that? Because like I check the website. Does the dog die?
I know, but it's
all the time.
And the cat. How about the cat in Inside getting just completely crushed?
Yeah, I didn't like that part of it. No,
but I mean, it's.
I mean, stealing a baby from a womb.
Yeah.
But the cat thing crosses a line.
Yeah, I hear you. but this movie, When Evil Lurks, I was like, I don't know. I can see where people thought it was good, but I didn't think it was as amazing as everybody was sort of talking about. You thought it was good?
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah. I gave it like 6 out of 10. I just looked it up. Okay. I liked it. I mean, I don't like. I checked, like I said, does the dog die to see if there's any like animal shenanigans in there that I don't want to see, or if I want to like know when to like maybe fast forward or at least do a little of this.
Was it the same movie where the dog grabbed that girl and ran out the door? That was that movie, right?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that crazy big kind of bulldog looking thing, just grabbed that girl by the head.
I think so. Yeah.
And some of that was, I was reading something about that. Like some parts of that were real. And the kids' parents were there and stuff. And like not the whole scene,
really?
but like, or at least it was just before it happened, like up to that part was or something. But anyway, I don't know. I was like, that's okay, this movie. But
I think I didn't hear any controversy about it before I watched it.
Yeah.
So I probably didn't even think, I just thought the whole thing was.
I was super stoked to watch it. And then I kept reading this stuff. I'm like, what? Like if there's real animals getting killed in there, I'll forward through that. But it was just like, amazingly, it looks so real. Like, who cares? It's not real, so what does it matter? But I know where you're coming from. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, regardless if it's real or not, I don't want to see an animal necessarily. People, whatever. People suck. So animals kind of makes me sad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got.
That's all you got?
Yep. So thanks, guys, for checking us out. For listening, whatever podcast situation you're listening on, just if you could rate us, that'd be great. And if you're watching on YouTube, just leave some comments below. Subscribe, would greatly appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys next time.
Stay creepy. You've been listening to Gore Next Door with Vincent and Lola Graves. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for updates and behind-the-scenes posts. New episodes are available on YouTube or wherever you find your podcasts.